Hey, what's up? It's your boy Burf, and I'm back, baby, with another epic vintage toy hunting adventure. And today I'm going to be hitting up an estate sale that looks very promising. So I have a garage sale app that I use to find local garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, that sort of thing. And I found one that is loaded with vintage toys from the 1980s. So I am very, very excited. In fact, I dropped more money at this estate sale than I have in the last 2 months combined at any thrift store or other estate sales, yard sales that I've been to. I dropped a little chunk of change, but I think I can flip this stuff and get a little extra kiggity cash to add to the birth bank so I can actually buy the things that I want to buy. So anyway, I'm excited for today's episode. I hope you're excited too. If you are, hit that like button and then let's roll out.
My name is Burf and this is my turf. I'm straight out of the thrift store.
Hey, Marion. She came in here last night and made a sweep. There was one right on that table.
Bunch of $10 Funko Pops.
Those are
The Funkos?
what are they?
They're called Funko Pops.
Funko Pops.
Yeah, I don't really collect them. My wife has collected them, and some of them can be really like. She has a few that are worth like $400 or $500.
Well, my daughter gave me one of Prince
Oh,
in the
okay.
box, you know. But I'm like, that's the ugliest thing.
Yeah, I know. I don't
But
like.
guess
I don't
they're
like them.
collector's items.
My wife likes them because she thinks they're cute, but like I'm like I don't know. I'm just not into them.
And Prince is like,
What's this thing here? It's some sort of Death Star, I guess, that maybe lights up. That's kind of neat. Oh, there's jalopy. $20. Wow, I just found that at Goodwill for $1.99 a couple of days ago. Kaleidoscope. I guess that's supposed to be like Humpty Dumpty.
well, it's where those.
All right. Oh, what's this? I think it's something strawberry shortcake. Got some dolls. This is cool. I want $40 for it. Purple Pie Man. I wonder how complete that is. It's definitely got some accessories.
I'm gonna pay up and go ahead so let somebody else in. Okay. Just take the time. Do you need my help?
All the Fisher Price accessory stuff. There's some She-Ra. There's no sticker on that. I actually need, I think this is Swiftwind. Got some Barbie. Oh, there's another She-Ra figure right there. Oh, there's Tila. Oh, I think that's Wile E. Kit. Okay, so they want 40 for this case, but all these dolls come in. I think that might be Gem, maybe. But the She-Ra figures and stuff come in there. Okay, so it turns out these Barbie looking dolls, they are actually Gem dolls, which now that wasn't actually Gem herself. I can't remember that girl's name, but all of that stuff in that Barbie box was like $40. But you saw they had She-Ra in there, they had some accessories, there were some other things. So like I ended up picking that up. And of course there are some other things I pick up along the way, but for $40, like, and to get those She-Ra figures as well, I thought that was a pretty good deal. And we got a bag full of Care Bear stuff here. And Smurfs. There's no sticker on that though. These are Sheila wings. All right, we got some VHS in here. Let's see what we can find. Okay, nothing there. What's down here? Let's see. Looks like we got some VHS that were maybe recorded off TV Fox. So, Titus. Sometimes you can find where people recorded like Saturday morning cartoons. So anytime I come across VHS that are labeled like this, it's obviously someone recorded TV shows, right? So they recorded it onto the VHS and then they put their own label on it. And like I said, I always keep an eye out for Saturday morning cartoons. Now, I've never actually come across Saturday morning cartoons that were recorded onto a VHS, but I know they're out there. A few years ago, I purchased my TV here, right? My analog TV on Facebook Marketplace. I got it for like 25 bucks off this guy. And when I showed up to buy it, he said, "Hey man, I actually have some VHS tapes as well that have some old Saturday morning cartoons that I picked up at an estate sale." And I was like, "Oh, cool." I'm like, do you have them with you? And he's like, no, but message me and maybe we can meet up again and I'll get them to you. So I ended up messaging him and never heard back from him. So, but he said that it had all the old commercials on it and stuff like that. That would have been so freaking amazing to have scored that. So anytime I come across VHS like this that are labeled like this, I keep an eye out for that type of stuff because, I mean, gosh, could you imagine having all the old Saturday morning cartoons plus all the toy commercials? It'd be epic. The Monkeys Marathon 2. Homicide for Life. Let's see what's underneath here. Dama 2000. Red Dragon. Alright, well, I'm gonna look through these, and if I find anything good, I'll let you guys know. All right, so there was nothing in that other box, but we got Roadhouse. I don't have that one. These are more like normal VHS. Clear and Present Danger. What's this one? Dances with Wolves. What's this? Images Frozen in Time. I don't know what that is. It looks like toys or something. Stuff. I don't have this one either. I want a 10 on this one. Oh, here's some strawberry shortcakes for 10 bucks. I should grab a few of those. Look at that clown over there. You don't see that one too often. Some Rainbow Bright. I think it's like Spritle or something. I don't know. That old camera, old movie camera, that is awesome. We got Scooby-Doo, Velma on card even. We got a Monkey's Lunchbox. And here's another Monkey's Lunchbox. This guy apparently liked the monkeys. I saw some VHS as well. Cabbage Patch Kids. Can't even talk. Thermos, another Scooby-Doo Lunchbox. Looks like there's something in there maybe. Oh, little tiny thermos. Hey, look, we got Prince Albert in a can. Okay, we got the Bear Detectives, and this is the Gem in the Holograms Star Stage. I don't know what he's asking, but I'm gonna find out. And look around and see what else they got left here. Okay, so this lady behind me just bought all the strawberry shortcake stuff and Cabbage Patch Kids, so he's about to bring out some more stuff. All those boxes up there are filled with like 80s toys, so he's gonna be putting them out here in just a little bit. I'm getting kind of jazzed up right now. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Look at these little minifigures. There's like little Ewoks in there, Biker Scouts. Those are interesting.
Yeah. There's some.
Okay, so we got some micro machines. Got this Yoda. It's really cool. Yeah, the inside of that's pretty neat. They got a bunch of little figures, so that's good. I don't know if it's complete or not, but it's a pretty cool piece.
All right.
Got the Teflon tape. Oh, it's like photos and stuff like that. Man, this was a real bummer. He thought that those boxes on the shelf were filled with more 80s toys. Turns out none of them had any 80s toys in them. They were filled with like holiday decorations like Easter, Halloween. There was like some boxes with bed sheets in them and stuff like that. So unfortunately, no 80s toys. But this was like, you know, this is the first day of the sale. Like I said earlier, this sale lasted 3 days. The next day, everything is going to be 25% off. So I decided to stop here and pay for what I did pick up. And I will do a show and tell at the end of the video of everything I got. But I decided to stop it here, pay for what I got, and then come back the next day and see what else I could get at a discount. So in this next segment that you're gonna see, this is actually the start of the second day. And I picked up some goodies. I got a good deal on some stuff. It not only gave me 25% off, but actually I was able to bundle a bunch of stuff together and get a really awesome deal on it. So I can't wait for you guys to see what I picked up. Okay, so I'm back at the estate sale I was at yesterday. Books everything's 25% off. So these were like $1 yesterday. So these will be like 75 cents. Thinking about getting this Boggle game. Been wanting to get one of these for a while. I see them in thrift stores all the time, but the boxes are usually pretty beat. And this one's in pretty good condition, but I don't know what he wants for it. And then the Ewok Treehouse, I have this already complete. This is like really incomplete, and he wants like 50 bucks for it. So 25% off, I think, would make it like $35 or something like that, right? So, I don't know, considering it. There are some other pieces in a bag out on the front table. So it is a little more complete than what you're looking at here, but not much more. And then there's this James Dean doll, or maybe Luke Perry. I don't know, I can't tell the difference between the two. Not in doll format anyway, so, but let's see, Hollywood icon. Oh, this is James Dean. Okay, kind of neat. Okay, guys, so I am gonna maybe do a package deal on all of this for $3. All right, dude, I think that's a fair deal. All right, I'll do that.
Okay, let me get you a box here.
Okay.
Hey, Ann. Box me.
All the weapons and everything are in here. Okay, so we ended up doing a bundle deal on all of the Star Wars stuff. Now, just to kind of give you an idea of where I'm at on this, on the first day when I went there, when everything was full price, I asked him how much is the Star Wars case with all the figures in it, and he wanted $400 for that case and everything in it. And I didn't want to pay that kind of price for it, you know, and because initially when I looked at it, they didn't even have their weapons. So when I went back the second day, he saw me looking at it and saw me looking at some of the other Star Wars things. And he's like, I'll tell you what, I'll do a bundle deal on all of this. The Ewok Treehouse included everything Star Wars. And I said, well, how much do you want for it? And he said, this is what he held up, 3 fingers, 3. So I was like, okay, I know he wanted 4 for just the case and the figures itself. So he wants 3 for everything. I think that's a fair deal, right? Now I've got all of this stuff pretty much already, but my thought is I could get it and flip it. But here's the kicker. He pulls out this little tin. He goes, oh, by the way, all of the weapons to the figures are in this little tin. So the tin is like a little candy tin of Chewbacca. It has a picture of Chewbacca on it. It's in the shape of a heart, like Valentine's candy. And I open it up and it is filled with all the original Star Wars weapons, which significantly increases the value of each figure. In fact, I found Bespin Leia's blaster in there, which alone I saw selling on eBay for like $70, $80. Just that one weapon. And I've got the weapons to all of the figures in there, plus some. So I got that, the Jabba the Hutt, the Ewok treehouse. I mean, I got a lot of stuff. So let's do a little show and tell with everything I picked up from both days. All right, gang, first up, I got some vintage 1980s Gem and the Holograms dolls and playset. This is the New Wave waterbed playset, in which the waterbed, which is back here, converts, well, the bed itself, the frame of the bed, converts into an electronic keyboard. And we've got our boy Rio at the keys over here. Check him out. He's got that funky purple hair. He's styling and profiling over here. And then over here on the mic, we've got Jerica. At least I think this is Jerica. I don't think it's Gem. For all the girls watching the channel, or even the guys who might know this line, let me know if this is Jerica. From the research I've done on it, I think it is. So I got her and, you know, all the accessories that came with this set, these little stands and stuff like that, which she's actually on one of those right now. And then this bag of accessories with shoes, some shirts and stuff like that. And I think there's actually some more stuff in that Barbie box. This thing unfortunately does not work. I did put some batteries in it. I might need to play with it a little bit more, but it doesn't, you know, I was hoping to put the batteries in it and get the keyboard to work, but it's not making any sounds at the moment. But I did see that Rio by himself, with, you know, not even as many clothes as he's got on here, is selling for roughly 50 bucks. So with some of these additional clothing items, he might command a little higher price. I think this piano set, or the, you know, the New Wave waterbed play set, I think it's going for about 30 to 40. And then from what I could see, this Jerica doll was also selling for around 40 to $50. So I ended up paying $20 for the play set, and the dolls were included in that Barbie box that I paid $40 for the whole box for. So I think I got a pretty good deal on this. Up next, I also got some She-Ra Princess of Power figures. Oh yeah, baby. So these were also in that Barbie box. Not all of them, just some of them. So there were some figures that I already own, thanks to my friend Andy Simpson, who had gifted me some She-Ra figures. For example, this She-Ra right here, Andy gifted her to me along with a couple others. And I also purchased some She-Ra figures off of a guy named Jay, who has recently become a friend of mine, who lives local here in Plano. He had a Facebook marketplace listing for some She-Ra figures, and I bought some off of him. But that box, that Barbie box, had some figures in it. So now I've got some doubles that I can actually use to trade with, or I might actually put them up for sale in my eBay store. But I ended up picking up Swiftwind. I did not have Swiftwind in my collection, so I'm very excited to have this She-Ra almost nearly complete. The only thing I think I need left is her sword. There were some accessories in here for some other figures that I had that I did not have the accessories for. So for example, Bo. I did not have Bo's bow. So I got that. And then also this girl over here, I do not remember her name, but this blue fan looking thing was in the box as well. So there were some additional accessories in there that I could use to help try to complete some of the other figures that I had. There was also this Teela in there, which I already have a Teela. This one, her headdress is kind of broken off. You can see where the strap there is missing. It's actually on both sides, but it still fits on her head. And for the most part, you know, it's you really can't tell, unless you're like really looking at it. So it makes for a good display piece, but it does fall off if you try to move her around and stuff like that. But if you're just gonna pose her, it's perfect. So anyway, I ended up getting these She-Ra figures in that Barbie box as well. And again, that little Barbie box was $40 for the whole box. So I think, again, I got a pretty good deal between this and the gem figures. And speaking of the Barbie box or the Barbie case, you can see this thing is pretty beat, so it's not really worth anything, but there are some additional accessories in here for She-Ra figures. So for example, here's Bo's quiver, but my Bo already has a quiver, so I don't need this. So I've got this extra accessory. I don't know, these wings might go to one of the girls, but then we've got, some additional clothing and whatnot. So this stuff is all worth money too, and but these I believe these go to a figure that I do not have. I thought it actually went to this chick, but I looked her up online and this stuff doesn't seem to go with her. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'll figure it out along the way. But here's some more gem clothing and whatnot. But again, this stuff is all worth a little kiggity cash. So let's take a look at some of the vintage Star Wars stuff that I picked up. Now, keep in mind, everything Star Wars was included in the bundle deal. So everything that you're about to see was included in the bundle deal for $300. First thing in that deal that I grabbed was this vintage Return of the Jedi Ewok Village playset. Now, I saw this thing in very, very similar condition selling on eBay for about 60 bucks. It is missing some pieces, but again, just in this condition alone, about $60. Now, one of the things that mine has that the other one that was listed doesn't have is it's got this net. Now, my net for the one that I actually have, my complete one, is not in as good a shape as this. So I'm probably gonna swap my net out on my complete one for this one, and then sell all of that together. Now, this is something I'll probably end up selling on Facebook Marketplace. I'll want to do a local pickup because I do not want to pay for shipping, and having someone else pay for shipping on something like this can sometimes kill a deal. So it'll probably be more of a local pickup sort of thing. But how awesome is this? I absolutely loved this play set when I was a kid, and I'll never forget when I found it. I was supposed to get it for Christmas, and my parents had hid it in like a little cubby hole area going down into our basement, and I found it. And then I begged my mother to give it to me early, and she ended up giving it to me and my brother early, and man, we played with this thing non-stop. So I'm pretty excited that this was included in the bundle deal, but there's a lot more to show. So let me show you what else I got. I also picked up this vintage Return of the Jedi Jabba the Hutt and playset. So we've got Jabba's throne, we've got Salacious Crumb over here, we've got Jabba taking a hit out of his bong. Pretty much everything is here except for the bottom part of the bong, and then also this string right here, this leash, it's missing its neck collar. So other than that, I believe everything is there. So in this condition, I believe this thing's selling for about $70 to $80. And then over here, we've got Max Rebo and the Max Rebo band. Now, these are not from the original Return of the Jedi series that came out in like 1983, 84. This is the Power of the Force version of these guys, but still loose. These guys are commanding a decent penny. I think it was like 50, 60 bucks for the set. I don't know who the Greedo guy is. He was actually, so each one of the original figures came with a new figure. So they came in 2 packs, and I don't remember which came with which, but for example, Max Rebo came with the Greedo figure, and Droopy McCool came with the Alien figure, and then Cy Snoodles came with this guy. So I don't know their names because these figures, these characters were all added later in a re-edit of Return of the Jedi, which I don't really like those movies. I don't like the way they re-edited them. When I watch my original trilogy, I watch it as it was originally created. But these figures are still worth a little bit of money. So I ended up also getting the Rancor Keeper there in the back. That little robot guy, he was actually included. He's like a knockoff droid or something. And then that might be like an Attack of the Clones Yoda there in the back, but not too shabby. Again, this was all in that package deal. I also picked up this stuff, which is, in my opinion, just awesome. I love it. Everything is Star Wars except for the Boggle, of course. I've been wanting a vintage Boggle for a long time, and that box was in pretty good condition, so I grabbed it. But check these out. We got like all these like little micro machine type, there we go, get a little focus there. All these micro machine type of Star Wars figures. How freaking awesome is that? We got the Gamorrean Guard, Jabba, Princess Leia. We've got some biker scouts. We've got the Endor clan, you know, all the Endor Han, Endor Leia. We've got Endor Luke back there on the speeder bike. We got some Ewoks. How cool are those guys? And then we've got the Cantina crew, and then this like Death Star droid, I think. And then we even have the holograms, the ghosts of Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Anakin. So I also picked up this Yoda figure. He is complete. So that was cool. I actually found, so I found the Yoda figure, and then I found his cane in a bag. So completely separate from him. So that was cool that I was able to get him back together. We've got these Hot Wheels Star Wars. So we got an AT-AT Walker, and we've got a Chewbacca, and then we got this Princess Leia wig over here. I'll probably get Nicole to put that on and wear it at some point. And then we got this figure here. Okay, now the moment you guys have all been waiting for. So when we open these little play sets up, you can see they each have their own little scene. We've got Leia as Balsh with Han frozen in carbonite in the background. We've got a Jawa with like their Jawa junker vehicle, whatever that thing was called. And then we've got Yoda at his house in the Dagobah system. And we've got Luke sitting inside of his home. So I think these things are really cool, very reminiscent of Mighty Max type of play sets, and I just think they're awesome. And of course we have another Jawa with this Bantha, and we've got a Sandman sitting on top, a Tusken Raider. I always called them Sandmen. They'll always be Sandmen to me, but yeah, how awesome is that thing? So the last thing I wanted to show you in this little batch here is this coin. Now I have no idea if this thing is worth any money or not. It says it's a limited edition episode 3 coin, but I think it's pretty cool nonetheless. And then last but certainly not least, and probably the moment you've all been waiting for, the vintage Star Wars Empire Strikes Back carry case that's filled with Star Wars action figures from the 1980s, and the infamous tin that has all the weapons in it. Well, I've actually removed all the weapons, most of the weapons from it, and have placed them with their figures inside the case. So let's open this bad boy up and take a look at what we got. All right, so this is what we ended up with. So most of these figures ended up having the weapons inside of this tin, which we will take a look at that in a few minutes. So when I opened the case initially, none of them had their weapons. So I had to match them all up. And by doing so, we have definitely increased the value of the figure. So we got a couple of doubles here, couple of Chief Chirpas. The Gamorrean Guard even has his axe here. How awesome is that? Forlong. What do they call him as well? Like Zuckuss? Is that what his name is? Zuckuss or something like that? There's actually 2 versions of him. There's one where he's like tan colored, which I have that one. I don't have this one. And then we've got this Han. Now his neck is a little wonky. Needs a good chiropractic adjustment is what he needs, but he does have his blaster. And then I do have a blaster for this Han as well. I don't have it here at the moment. I think it might be in the can. We've got these guys, and then let's remove this. And we've got some more in here. Now, the thing that sucks about this one is that some kid painted it or ran a pink marker over it. I tried using a little rubbing alcohol very gently to see if I could get it to come off, and I couldn't. So if anybody has any ideas on how to get marker off of that without having to just like completely replace the stickers with reproduction stickers, I'd like to know. This Vader here, he does have his cape, but it is ripped right there, and he doesn't have his saber, which is unfortunate. I do have Bespin Leia's blaster though. So this cape is in really rough shape, but that blaster I saw recently sold on eBay, I think for like $70 or something like that. So this guy right here, this Endor Rebel Trooper, pretty cool. He's got his weapon as well. We've got Bausch, who's missing her weapons. And, you know, overall, and we've got even like, what's his name here? Oh, Ketchup Head here. I used to call this guy Ketchup Head. I didn't know him as General Akbar. He was just Ketchup Head to me. So, but check it out. We even have the Biker Scout here with his blaster and a snow trooper that's missing like his cape. But, and then we got this little droid guy. So, you know, I think overall, you know, $300 for everything was a pretty solid deal. I mean, if I were to flip all this, I think I could probably get, you know, $450 to $500 out of it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below with everything what you think I could potentially squeeze out of this. These are like, I don't know if they're like little keychain pieces or Christmas ornaments perhaps, but this is, at first I thought maybe these might have been the, whatchamacallits, the Micro Machine guys, but they weren't. That was a little disappointing, but I'm not sure if they are supposed to be like Christmas ornaments or whatnot. I haven't even looked up the value of these ones, but then here's some more weapons. You can see there's lots of stuff in here that go to some figures that I don't have. I think this actually goes to the Tusken Raider, I believe. So I got a couple of those actually. And then, oh yeah, check this out too. So there was not a Yoda. Oh, what's going on there? Oh, hold on a second. There we go. There was not a Yoda in this batch, but I do have Yoda's belt. And what else? There was something else. Oh yeah, here it is. Yoda's cane. So I've got that as well. So as you guys know, you know, these vintage weapons are actually worth a little bit of money in and of themselves. So, you know, you got to keep that in mind. I don't know what that goes to. Anybody know what that is? It almost looks like a piece to Jabba's bong. I don't know. Guys, maybe you guys can let me know what that is. But, oh yeah, let me check this out. We even have Jedi black, you know, Jedi Luke in the black suit. We've got his lightsaber. And this is another piece I didn't know. So does anybody know who or what this goes to? I would be really curious to know. But, you know, when you're considering the value of what I purchased here, and there's Han's blaster there, I believe. So you have to take into consideration the weapons and what they're worth by themselves. So I think overall, this was a very, very good haul. So between what I paid for the gem and the hologram stuff and the She-Ra stuff and all the stuff I got on the first day and what I paid for the Star Wars stuff, it was like a total of $400. So what do you guys think? Did I do all right? Do you think I'll be able to flip this and make a little extra kickity cash? Again, leave your opinion in the comments below. But hey, if you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you, do me a favor, smash the like button. And if you want to watch more videos just like this, then check out this next video.